No, I don't want the space to be left that what we did was the corrupt bargain. There's a much easier way to earn $2 billion than caring for 80,000 kids.
Because of you, there wasn't enough competition in who gets the contract?
That is the Republican investigation led to, is an incorrect bargain that the person I represented did not have the acumen, the ability to win it in a competitive way. It was awarded because of patronage. So the news press says me and Hunter Biden being golf club buddies, like it just isn't. That's who I'm taking care of. Trust me. It's been a boom for my business, by the way.
Really?
It's been fucked up, but it's been a boom for my business. Cherokee Nation is not this benevolent humanitarian actor.
Working with an organization like Cherokee Federal, they're the ones that are involved in that process, correct?
Well, that's how, not involved by chance. That's what I got them involved with.
Okay.
We got them that contract to make.
You got them that contract?
Yes.
Wow.
So my negative press is all about putting very, very big deals together. Like second largest award in HHS history.
There are criminal elements in the United States who are viewing children as residual income. And what I just heard from this person is that's also how they view kiddos, as an income earning opportunity off of the back of the federal government.
Meet Andrew Lorenzen-Strait. He oversaw ICE detention facilities prior to joining the Biden transition team.
I myself am not an immigration attorney, I'm a child welfare attorney. So I did not think when I came to work for ICE that I would get back in the world of child welfare proceedings, but lo and behold, I am, and I'm doing this. I am the parental rights coordinator for the agency as well as leading a division at headquarters.
Lorenzen-Strait came under scrutiny in 2022 for brokering contracts worth hundreds of millions of dollars between the federal government and the company he works for, Endeavors, where he was the senior director for migrant services and federal affairs. Following an investigation, he resigned. But a Project Veritas journalist found out it's still business as usual for Andrew Lorenzen-Strait, who is now brokering billion-dollar deals for companies that handle migrant services. One of his largest contracts is worth $2 billion with a company called Cherokee Federal.
So now I own my own firm that does migration, refugee, emergency, humanitarian response. So right now,
are you working with the federal government at all with that?
Oh yeah, and I did not want to be back on the front lines. Because if you Google me, it's not a pretty picture from the I got crucified. So when I left Endeavors, I formed my own company, which is with my partners. Bird and Point. Well, there's two companies. There's Bird and Point.
Bird and Point.
It's after a bird.
Oh, okay.
It's a bird that migrates on the southwest border.
There you go.
And then Tanager, it's another bird that migrates on the Darien Gap.
I think it was something different on your LinkedIn though.
It's Deepwater Point.
Deepwater Point?
That's what the media thinks of. That's what the conservative press thinks of. To them, they think I'm just sitting there in this giant company, just opining and out of the game of trying to change the immigration system.
But you're not.
I'm not.
Despite his stated work to, quote, change the immigration system, Andrew admits that the border crisis and the handling by the Biden administration has been a, quote, boom for business.
Okay, yeah, we are going to send people to Texas and Florida, and we are going to change the landscape of those places.
Because that's who I'm taking care of. Trust me. It's been a boom for my business, by the way.
Really?
It's been but it's been a boom for my business.
How do you mean?
Well, so the current administration is basically outsourcing interior care, and they're not doing any of these things they propose, like FEMA reimbursements, etc.
One of the biggest contracts awarded to Andrew that raised questions on the funding was that of Cherokee Federal. Just last month, Bloomberg named Cherokee Federal as one of the top federal contractors, but according to Andrew, they are, quote, not that great.
We have this one client, Cherokee Federal, which is the Cherokee tribe.
Okay.
They have a very large humanitarian footprint, and we're supporting a lot of them in our contract, but some of their program leads aren't that Lorenzen-Strait. So,
Program lead.
people in charge of, so we're doing this big grant application
Okay.
to do post-release services for kiddos that are been released from federal custody that are unaccompanied kiddos. So when they come across the border, they don't have a parent or relative.
Right.
Border Patrol processes them, and then they go into this system, like shelter management, where they find a sponsor, do all the vetting.
Which raises the question, why award them $1 billion federal deal in the first place? Andrew tells our journalist he worries that his legacy in the immigration space would be his, quote, corrupt bargain.
Cherokee Nation is not this benevolent humanitarian actor. They make most of their money on alcohol and gambling. Only because they are forced to, right? So we've moved them. Right. I didn't move them. They moved themselves. I helped them move into the migration refugee space last year. So they're now becoming more evolved, enlightened, more pragmatic, only because they built it on a bedrock of understanding the capitalist model. We got to make money. And so I brought this team together, including this group that's called the Migrant Clinician Network, that is like the expert in this field. But Cherokee Federal has not designated anybody to like lead it internally, and we've been working on it like 2 months. And
So they're dropping the ball here.
yeah.
But like from a current perspective, working with an organization like Cherokee Federal, they're the ones that are involved in that process, correct?
That's how, not involved by chance. That's what I got them involved with.
Okay.
We got them that contract to make.
You got them that contract.
Yes. So my negative press is all about putting very, very big deals together. Like second largest award in HHS history.
So it's something along the lines of like, because of you, there wasn't enough competition in who gets the contract?
That is the Republican investigation led to is an incorrect bargain, like that the person I represented did not have the acumen, the ability to win it in a competitive right. It was awarded because of patronage. So the news press says me and Hunter Biden being golf club buddies, like it just isn't. My other press was about bucking the trends, doing these big things. I don't want the space to be left that what we did was the corrupt bargain.
Right.
There's a much easier way to earn $2 billion than caring for 80,000 kids, and the most humane, trauma-friendly, appropriate ways.
Project Veritas has been investigating the vetting process at the southern border since 2022. Insiders such as HHS whistleblower Tara Rodas have long brought into question the practices of Cherokee Federal.
If we just go to usaspending.gov and look at what was spent on the contract, the money that was allocated, we can see that it was over $600 million. The interesting part, an emergency intake site is actually only funded for a 6-month period. So we're not talking that contract was over multiple years. That was for a very short period of time. 6 months was the time that the Pomona Fairplex emergency intake site was open. So if you average that out, you're talking $100 million a month.
So you're telling me that Cherokee Federal was granted a $600 million contract for 6 months of work?
At a minimum. And then you have executives that you're paying $51,000 for their salary. There's no incentive to say, we could have a problem here because there is so much money involved, so much money going to the contractor and their staff. It's very stunning to know that he himself admits they are not experts in the field of vetting children. And yet somehow they were able to go around regular contracting rules to give a contract in an emergency to people who were not experts in the job they were supposed to be doing. That is stunning and absolutely appalling. It is still stunning to me that people believe kids are commodities. That is the underlying root of this problem. is that criminals and traffickers view children as commodities. There are criminal elements in the United States who are viewing children as residual income. And what I just heard from this person is that's also how they view kiddos, as an income earning opportunity off of the back of the federal government. Never forget, this is not about dollars. These are about children. I've heard children screaming for their parents. I've heard children's stories of how they were raped along the way. You know, young boys in diapers because they can't control their bowels. I've seen children have panic attacks. I know of kids who had to go on suicide watch. This is not a money-making scheme, but apparently to some people it is.
So Tara, were you aware that Endeavors was involved with the emergency intake center in Pecos, Texas?
Very interestingly, one of the high-profile trafficking cases that I worked on involved someone at a sponsor was sponsoring 3 people from the Pecos site, and then one person, same sponsor, was sponsoring a child from our site. So I do know a little bit about Endeavors. I do know they also were involved. And so that's very concerning. Somebody should be looking into all of his business dealings.
During this Project Veritas investigation, Andrew Lorenzen-Strait revealed the extent of his business deals, and in part 2, we reveal how he brokers deals that impact New York City. Who is really behind the mess that is clogging the streets of New York City? Migrants are camping out on the sidewalks, making Midtown look more like the Rio Grande River.